What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Apex After Hours live from Champs. This guy laughs randomly and always does this.
This guy just does some head ass shit every time.
No, that was cool.
He goes, "What's up, guys?" And he goes,
"That's how you do it." Like, do you ever see Rain Day? Whenever he closes out the broadcast, he does a little salute. That was good, Hal. Don't let this guy bully.
I know. He thinks it's like corporate podcast. Like, loosen up. Buddy.
That's right. Loosen up.
My bad, bro.
Buddy.
My bad, bro.
Casters do it all the time. What's up? How's it going? That's okay. Anyways, let's start over. What's up, guys? Welcome to Apex After Hours. Do the cool thing with the thumbs up. Special edition live from Champs. That's right. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We are in Birmingham, ready to break down all the action of what just ensued in that insane losers bracket final. Boys, wow. We got to jump right in. Obviously, the elephant in the room. Dark Zero fails to qualify. Obviously, our hearts goes out. I can't imagine how they're feeling right now. How excited are you? Be honest. Be 100% honest.
if excited at all.
Listen, I'm not excited. Look, I was praying on their downfall last 2-3 games, and everything fell in line. They died 20th on a car because they ran to E6. Listen, I said it before the tournament started that it was us and DZ, and this is gonna mean a lot between who's better, right? Like, we're tied in land wins, even though Zero doesn't count X Games, and most people don't. But it's a different story. Listen, I know I could be a dickhead for praising that they didn't make it, but I have a different perspective than everybody else.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's pretty fair. Purely from a competitor's perspective, they're your biggest competition and rival.
Yeah.
From a personal perspective, obviously, I hope you would not wish bad.
Yeah.
I know you know those guys. What went wrong? Let's jump right into it. Wxltzy, you know these guys really well. Obviously, coming from the same region. I'm going to ask you the tough question. In your eyes, watching this team, you were watching closely, you were live at the venue and then here in person or on stream. What went wrong for this team in your eyes?
Just team chemistry. That's all it was. They just I don't think they were getting along outside of the game. I think it was just they just needed to sort of figure out how to get along, and I think that would have been fine. I think they're all still three of the best players in the world. I think Zero is still probably
He looks right at
I would say best individual player in the world, but
Biased. Very biased.
yeah, you can call me biased, but that's just he's done it all, but so have you. So it's
Zach, you're the tiebreaker.
We all know that teams have good days and bad days. He's fucking shown it. We've all shown it. The teams just have good days and bad days. This was a bad day for Dark Zero, unfortunately. They're a world-class, incredible team. Same with Xat, unfortunately. Those guys didn't make it either. And it's an easy argument to be made that they're a world-class team right now as well. And it did not seem like that today. So, I mean, everyone has good days and bad days. Today was a bad day for both those guys. And it's shitty, You want to see your region's best teams show up and show out in that grand finals, and we're not going to see arguably two of our top 4 teams in our region. They didn't even make it, so it's a tough look. But at the end of the day, those are the best of the best, and they'll return. They'll be back.
That's right, and the teams that ultimately showed up are there. I think they earned that spot. I think we all got to agree with that and give a shout out to teams like Blackhand and many others. I think shocked a lot of us. And you mentioned Xat, you mentioned Dark Zero, very fair. Fnatic at APAC North. I mean, that's a team that I don't think any of you guys would have predicted to not be in the final, right? I mean,
Actually, to be fair, I didn't think they were going to be in the final.
You didn't think so?
Well, their play style is very. They don't even play Beacon.
Yeah,
they've never missed the top 10.
Really?
Not once.
No, they haven't.
Well, to be fair,
Fnatic's incredible.
Well, still,
I was like, I knew it the whole time. He's got the script apparently based on what happened today.
I think they're individually great, but their play style is they harp on being just very good at fighting, and obviously there can be a day where that just doesn't happen. You need to be at your their play style. You have to be on your A game
24/7.
24/7.
Yeah.
Because they don't play zone. So there's a lot of factors to playing edge and playing no beacon, and if you rely on just playing edge and 3v3, then there's a lot of room for error, right? So yeah, they're one of the best to do it playing edge, right? I cannot do that. Yeah. We don't play edge, so. For the most part, but
it's based on their insane amount of mechanical skill as well, but came up short today. So I'd love to get your take as well. Wxltzy said chemistry. Zach says just chalk it up to a bad day. Anything you'd add, or do you agree or disagree with them?
I personally think that they were burning themselves out pretty damn hard. I know Zero, I could tell Zero really wanted this, right? They were playing so much, They had to go to London early just because they didn't have a visa to stay in the U.S. But they were boot camping for 2 weeks straight or something like that, maybe more. Yeah. Playing scrims every day, playing TDM, so that's a lot of time, being with your teammates. Like imagine like me just bashing on Evan for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna explode eventually, right?
Yep.
So, and like I don't see like Zainu. Like Zainu's kind of the new guy on the team, so and he's young, right? So he probably can't take it as like the same thing with Evan. Like me and Evan have those moments where if I'm messing with him too much, then he'll be bothered by it, right? So it's the same thing. Like they probably have the same dynamic, right?
That's a good point. And Evan's got 2 years on Zainu and has 3 older brothers where he grew up.
Yeah. So like he has a lot more. He's a bit more experienced. Like he's a little older, but Zainu's like what 18 or something like
17,
that. So,
He's young, bro.
Yeah, he's young. So I don't know. I think they went too low hard, and I think them playing so much turned into I guess like zero. The chemistry being messed with. I know.
That's the chemistry I was talking about.
Yeah.
You think that was the chemistry between?
Yeah, I think they just he's right. I think they just maybe they played too much and they definitely took certain things too serious. I think TDMs was too serious.
Yeah.
So I just think I think he's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think ultimately I agree with y'all as well. They 100% will bounce back. They're 3 of the best individual players, one of the best teams. But what's interesting is all weekend long, on this show and in discussion, the statistics didn't lie. Everyone was saying they were a level above, even a tier above you guys. People were saying
group stage.
And during group stage, right?
Yeah, easily.
The stats, we had the graphic that we showed. I don't know if you still have that graphic, but kills to damage, they were literally off the screen. We couldn't even show it. It was wild. And wow, dude, how about this? Production has been leveled up this entire weekend on After Hours, by the way. We got a head-to-head graphic here between none other than Hal and Zero themselves.
Looks pretty good to me.
He's like, I'm good with that. Minus the 10,000 additional
that's
damage.
me and him.
Yeah, it's you and him. Yeah.
Okay, so he has 6 more games than me.
That's it. He's a couple more games than you. That is fair. You got him on KD though, which and control play.
Oh yes, because I have less games. That's why.
Yeah, interesting side by side statistic there. That's interesting. But yeah, damage, placement points. It didn't matter how they were just dominating throughout the entirety of the tournament. So obviously that's probably the biggest shocker. You'd agree. Coming into this tournament, they were heavy favorite.
Yeah,
they're farming.
Well, that's why I'm doubling down on that idea that it probably wasn't chemistry and it was just a bad day. I mean, we saw them dominate group stage in a way that no other team could even fucking come close to, let alone like.
The thing is that chemistry cannot be what's the weakness of chemistry is not shown until you have your back against the wall.
Yeah, they didn't have their back against the wall in that original winners.
Wait, what?
And
what do you mean? They were like around 10th like the entire time.
Yeah, they went.
but they weren't gonna get shot out the tournament. Like they knew they could just go play losers.
Like,
they're probably really confident.
They still felt the pressure.
Yeah, but not only the back against the wall, but like when they do bad, that's like when chemistry starts to like kind of kick in, and like that's just how I see it.
Yeah,
I feel
if
like
you have bad chemistry and then you're also doing bad, then it's shown.
And it
just goes downhill.
I feel like attitude and things playing a lot too, and like you said, it probably just crumbled from a lot of angles.
And I want to drill in a little bit further to that. Snip3down joins us and hasn't eaten all day. He's literally famished, but I ordered him a chicken salad. I ordered you food because I got your back. Brothers also some French fries. Enjoy.
Jesus.
That's right. You got to take
Okay.
I feel so lightheaded.
Yeah.
You look dead.
Well, you chill. We will keep the show going. You enjoy your food. 16 games in a row. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I want to double in that. You said you mentioned a point. Like I think chemistry is tested when you face adversity.
Yeah,
you said
that's
attitude was a challenge. The quote I live by is true character is defined in times of adversity. And I think a lot of people know about the screenshot that went viral today in chat. You were in the lobby when you saw that. Do you think a line was crossed with that screenshot?
Are we talking about where he was like calling his team as bronze or whatever? 0.
Oh,
In game chat.
I missed that.
Yeah,
I don't think that's anything out of the normal.
Yeah, that's
Unfortunately.
listen.
You've been there before as a leader. You've shit on your teammates, Snip3down.
Yeah,
No,
I've
out of normal for 0.
He's flicking them off.
Out of
Listen,
normal for
I've shit on my
0.
teammates, but I don't know if
You don't degrade your teammates. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
I don't think I would I would do it after. I don't think I would have like the capability of doing it in the middle of the game,
Bro.
like in the game, like.
True or false?
Like
That's so cap, bro. It'll be mid-game. Reps will get caught, and you'll go, "What are you doing, you fucking idiot?" As you're running
but
away
that's
from the
fucking
fight.
idiot compared to being called a bronze player.
I feel like it's a derogatory,
No, I feel
like
he
bring you
also
down
says that he's
comment.
dropping his teammates like all the time.
Yeah.
Like mentally.
Okay, yeah.
especially-
Listen,
You and
listen,
0 aren't on the same
listen,
level.
We're gonna join the show or not. Make a reminder here.
I'm gonna talk. One thing is that it does not like I had the same problem. Like me and 0 have the same boat of like talking shit or whatever, right? So like, who gives a shit what we think? As long as his teammates are fine with it, like that's fine. So that's up to
The
them.
problem is
As long as it's working, fuck it.
Yeah, like if his teammates are fine with it, like I don't care.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna judge Zero what he says because I'm in the same boat. Like I understand, like I say shit. Obviously, like he might say some worse things, I might say some worse things, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, it's like between us as a team.
Yeah.
And like you're not like my opinion for how Zero talks to his teammates or how his teammates take it doesn't mean anything.
You don't know what
because
their
I'm
internal
not
dynamic is. You're
I'm
not
not part of the
You're
team.
not
My
in the
opinion
Discord
is
chats.
irrelevant.
I agree, and that's one problem, especially with the Apex community, man. It's insane. Reddit and etc. Like so many people that are outside the arena judging the people that are in the arena. But at the end of the day, you can't judge a team ultimately based on their dynamics without knowing their dynamics. I agree.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, look, I don't want to belabor the Dark Zero point. Obviously, a shocking update here. Really, the team that holds the bar so high for themselves. I can't imagine their feeling right now. I've been there before as a player. It's tough. So a lot of love for those guys. Hope their heads are high, knowing that they are still one of 2 teams to win the championship. And if you guys win, they'll stay as one of 2. So now you have some pressure to try and keep them at least at the 50% mark.
Wait for what? What do
If
you
you
mean?
guys win, they stay as the only one of 2 champions ever.
Oh, yeah.
So no pressure, but you got to keep DZ alive
Yeah,
here.
we'll see.
A couple other topics. Yeah.
Keeping them
Couple
alive.
other topics.
One of 20.
That's
Or
right.
One of 20.
Yeah, that's insane.
To win.
That's insane.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah, it's
one
crazy.
of us or the other 19
Or
teams?
the other 19 teams. We'll see. Let's pull up the a lot of more topics to discuss here. Let's pull up the entirety of the leaderboards as we jump in and talk about other storylines here. So we talked through Dark Zero, but the top 10 teams that qualified on your screen: Iron Blood Gaming and Pulverex tied with 40 points. They also tied FC Destroy in 11th with 40, but they lost the tiebreaker. I mean, so many stories here to talk about.
Dude,
It's
yeah.
insane. NRG farms. It dominates the lobby. There's a lot to discuss. First thing I want to talk about, though, is actually we have a clip of the moment that Pulverex won. Let's take a look at that clip because there's 2 really, really interesting things to dissect and break down in that. Let's watch
Point
it.
it a little bit this way. So
Yep, gotcha.
I didn't even see this part. Is it 1v1v1?
It's 1v1v1. This guy queues up in zone.
Yeah, I don't know how he's
Yeah.
managed to go into zone.
This guy,
Who is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He just gets Horizon flung into
So
just flings
here's
himself.
who it was. It was NRG. And what's interesting,
sweet.
Oh.
what's interesting is they were qualled in first place. I don't know if he knew it was Pulverex. I don't know. He flew into zone.
What if
He
he did
just
that?
gave
on
up.
purpose?
What if he did it on purpose and said, "Let's give him the extra 3 points"?
I was watching him.
He did it on purpose.
He didn't shoot his gun once. He literally was. He looked
Eric
at
said
the
he was
ground.
watching me. He didn't shoot his gun once.
I mean, there's no way he
Look
could
to the
have
ground.
known who
It
it
was
was.
like questionable. I'm not gonna lie. I watched him. It was 1v1. Sweet just started.
You gotta come over here for
flying
this.
around.
You gotta come over here for this. They can't hear you. They can't hear you on stream. You gotta come over here.
I was watching.
And actually, also Hal, scoot in a little bit. And let's we're gonna the mic's not picking all this up. So sorry for the technical difficulty. Zero. We're gonna do.
I was dead because Energy ratted me. Did you see that, by the way? That was some crazy shit. They ratted on top of the doors in Jurassic. And I go through because the building was open, that beacon building. I just walked through the door, all 3 of them dropped my head and killed me. I was
That's
like, that's
some
the most crazy
fuckhead
shit I've ever
shit.
seen.
This is about Pulverex, Eric. That's
I know, but at the end of the game, Energy was alive, and it was a 1v1v1, and I literally watched, there were multiple boxes on the ground that he could have armor swapped from, and he just looks at the ground and starts spinning in circles. He goes up the queue, doesn't shoot his weapon once, and the guy kills him. Like, it was, like I don't know if that, is that what made Pulverex fall? Was
It
those-
did.
Yeah,
they would
yeah,
knock out
they
3
wouldn't
more
make
points.
it if it was
You lose
kind
that
of
one.
like
I mean, F chance at
weird.
2v3. It's a 1v1v1.
Sweet's obviously not thinking like, he's
Yeah.
like, oh, we qualled, like I can just mess around.
Yeah,
with
he
these
doesn't
dogs,
give a
So we
blah,
just
blah,
got
blah, but,
we
I
just
mean,
got
it was
intel
like-
from our producer here live update. Nathan's
kinda
game
weird.
crashed
And
in that game.
Sweet had no
Sweet
ammo?
had no ammo. The game was basically chalked.
Okay,
Sweet just
okay. If he had no
Yeah,
ammo,
but who
that-
Yeah, ammo's
decides, who
different.
decides to just queue up in the air though and just like bounce or like
Yeah,
who
but
goes into the gap?
I was like, maybe
makes
he
no
has no
sense.
ammo, but then I was like, it's also Sweet,
Yeah, but
so
even
maybe
if he has no
he's-
ammo,
I mean,
who goes up a queue and flies into the gas and kills
I
himself?
think he,
Why does he care?
the only answer is he had no ammo, he had no health, and
Yeah,
he
he
said,
doesn't care.
"I don't care. I'm flying out the zone. I dropped."
Well, yeah, obviously there's no way for him to
120
know
on
it's like Pulverex
Yes,
or like.
yeah.
No, there's no way.
Yeah,
That's
You guys
not-
don't
Well, I
have
guess
you
they
guys
are
don't have
playing
iPads
crypto,
anymore.
but I don't know.
They are playing crypto. That's true.
Is it
But his teammate's dead though for a bit.
No, I
don't think he was Pulverex.
I think he just has no ammo here. He's
out of ammo,
He's just
he's-
waiting for his cue. That's all he's doing right there. He's stalling for his cue, and then he gets his
flies in the
cue.
zone.
He realizes he's fucking one shot to everything, and he says, "Fuck it."
That makes
Like,
sense.
bro, he dropped 121 points in 8 games. The last thing he gives a fuck about is this 1v1 with no ammo.
Yeah, but what's the point of playing like all the way till the end just to troll the like the?
I mean, he
last
just
1v1?
played 16 games. It's
Nathan,
fucking
Nathan's game
it's
crash. It's
I guess.
10
It's
o'clock.
auto
You never
called.
know.
I don't know. That's an interesting topic. Fair game or not? Community will decide that and discuss. Yeah, I'd be curious to hear the community's thoughts. Nonetheless, I get it. If he's out of ammo, I don't think it's too foul of play necessarily. As Weston Verholz comes in the house, Aiden Verholz here as well. Welcome, boys. We got a live audience, by the way. Shout out to our live audience. Appreciate you. The Calvary's here. This is our first after hours, the live audience. I don't know if we're going to be able to show y'all the live audience here, but shout out to every single one of them. But yeah, interesting stuff nonetheless. So let's talk about this leaderboard. NRG farms this lobby. They looked different. What was different about this team, and why did that happen?
Their decision making today was insane. Just watching like the mini map perspective of how they worked. The first 2 games of the day were both like climatized zones, and they're like early rotating with Watson all the way from staging, which I mean that's like a pretty far.
Swapped to Watson too.
Yeah, that's like really far from their POI. That's like one of the hardest zones that they get, and if not the hardest. And they were literally getting the God spot, and if they didn't get the God spot, they somehow made the perfect play like 3 times in a row to just end up in the God spot with more KP. And they did that like the first 4 games of the day. It was fucking insane to watch.
Yeah. And one big thing that I want to point out as well, they switched comps and I believe took the Blackhand comp, similar Blackhand comp. I don't know if they took
They
a
played
picture of it,
Horizon
but
instead of Bang.
they played Watson, Catalyst, Horizon.
Yeah, no,
and
Bang.
they farmed. And what's interesting about that is Nathan and Guild are both generally anchors, and putting them both on controller legends as opposed to like Fragger, Bangalore in your face legends, I think helped them just play a really, really solid game. Overall, big change, it worked out well for them, and NRG just dominated. 58 kills, 3.63 KD. We've been showing these stats graphics all weekend. I've never seen over a 3.0 KD for a team on the day. I mean, they absolutely dominated. Do you think that gives them all the confidence? Does that scare you a little bit for tomorrow?
No, it's the opposite. They might have drained all the juice going in tomorrow. They might have put
That's
everything
not
in
a
today.
thing,
We're just
bro.
saying
That's not a thing. That's a thing?
That's definitely a thing.
Drain the juice.
Yeah, you have really good days, you have really bad days.
Wxltzy, floor is yours.
I mean, it's just a loser's bracket, so it's like you can farm it as hard as you want, but you didn't.
Top 30 teams.
You didn't do it in winners.
It's the same thing with like,
In Apex Legends?
I hate to bring Dark Zero up, but like they got first in groups, but then you know what happened. So it's like
Brackets don't. Winners means a little bit, but even then, like, not a lot.
It doesn't. You didn't show up on the real game day. Like, good for you.
Yeah.
You did good at this day, or you did bad on this day. If it wasn't finals, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What did NRG get last line? Like 11th or something?
yeah, 11th.
11th.
No beacons, like that 1 out of 8 beacons. So,
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah, so that was a rough land for them.
Do you guys believe the common moniker or statement around NRG and Sweet does better in stacked lobbies because he IGLs to perfection than he does in farming lobbies when people are making worse decisions? You guys have heard that before, right?
No,
No.
I've heard the opposite. Like
You've
he
heard the
does
opposite?
better when it's like I don't know, not as stacked. I feel like.
Interesting.
He doesn't do bad in stacked lobbies though.
Well, yeah, he doesn't do bad, but I feel like if I ever see him in a losers bracket like NRG, I will always bet my money that
He's
they're
gonna win.
Just
Yeah.
gonna
He
farm.
dominates those lobbies.
Yeah.
Do you, but you got second place in Split One playoffs. I mean, do you think that NRG and Sweet show up in grand finals?
Second place in split 1.
Split One playoffs.
Did they?
Right behind you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. When we won, but
They have more points than you.
Yeah, I think so.
And they have more points.
Well, because of the match starting points.
Match point. Yeah. Oh,
Starting
sorry.
points.
They had more starting points.
Yeah.
They dominated the winners bracket final. Like 2 of the best lobbies
Yeah,
in the
10,
tournament.
10 points or
Yeah.
whatever.
So you think they show up in grand finals or no?
I don't know. I don't know.
Predictions for tomorrow. NRG top 5, yes or no?
Top 10.
Top 10.
I think I like the Watson pick.
I like it too.
I
I think
think-
it fits them
For their playstyle?
with their POI and
Yeah,
playstyle.
staging.
Why?
definitely.
Give us a little deeper insight there. Why is that? Why does it fit their playstyle?
I mean, staging, you're coming out with like literally nothing. So I think Watson allows them to play big. It's the same reason that Blackhand plays well. So,
Coming from landslide, also come leading with nothing.
Yeah,
Gray
nothing.
armors. Yeah.
but they play big because they have Watson, so they got infinite meds.
Yeah, the economy of it is huge.
Yeah. So I think I like the pick. I think top 10, top 5 if RNG goes their way.
Yeah.
Interesting. Couple other things on that list. Alliance, second place, I believe. If I saw
They
correctly.
farm.
They farm.
There's 99 points.
Yeah. Something
Yeah, they played really, really well. They've been so up and down this tournament. It's insane. Obviously, they started with a different teammate. Played
Yeah.
Mandy at first in effect. That's going to be a little inconsistent. What alliance is going to show up tomorrow?
Back to the same point, bro. Good days, bad days. It happens for all the top teams, including
Remember,
this.
they
think
might,
it's
get,
simple
they
as
might
that?
get contested.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Dojo Alliance.
Unconned, they'll be fine. Contested, I'm not lying.
I think they're fucked. Yeah, I
Dojo's
agree.
got
I
some-
agree.
I think Dojo's actually beating them.
Dojo's
Like they're
got
gonna
some
beat them.
heat. It's 4-1, like
Yeah.
4-1 right now.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't Design contest them already in the past in a bunch of online tournaments with like Resulta and like older rosters? And I'm pretty sure after teaming with Design, I remember him saying that he like whooped Alliance's ass in the past. Like, I'm pretty sure he beat out Furia. He's beat out a lot of top teams out of Thermal. So if they contest again,
Apparently Alliance left.
Apparently, Alliance left Thermal,
Going
actually.
where though?
Where are they
For
going?
tomorrow, so Sniped Across the Way said they're leaving Thermal.
Well, they might just go Sky West because X didn't make it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
just
just
a
a
great
better
drop.
POI. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's
they
a
going?
great drop.
Sky West.
Yeah, Skywest
Because
Charles.
X is not.
What?
SkyWest is free
No,
tomorrow.
Alliance might genuinely farm.
Yeah, they could
that's
farm from
insane.
there, and it's still playing edge.
I
It's
hate
still,
that.
it's
That
still a
POI
similar
is
play
dog
style that they've always done and loved.
I think that
Thermal.
POI is dog shit.
You think that
For
POI
how
is
they
bad?
play though? For how they play?
Well, yeah, but like I said before,
Lightning Rod, Monument plus Fraggies.
Oh, well then no.
Monument and Fraggies.
No,
No, they're running from Dojo, though.
Yeah,
They're running from Dojo.
They're not contesting
there's
Dojo.
no way they're going Monument Frag East.
They're
After
not,
playing like hard edge.
what?
like that.
No, yeah, from hard edge.
You're gonna
to
have
that-
no loot.
Wait, did he tweet that before the loser bracket final or after?
In the Discord.
It's in the drop spot channel.
Drop spot.
That's
Drop spot
okay.
Discord. Sniped down just confirmed.
E6 is going trials.
Oh, E6
Oh,
is
yeah.
yes.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
and they got so much confidence right now.
Yeah, they're on top. Case winning with confidence is a dangerous thing. A little too dangerous.
In a bad way.
Bro, I don't like
You think it's a bad way?
Alliance Fame, Fragment, Monument. Like I don't think they're gonna have no idea where what they're doing.
How to
Yeah,
play.
that's bad.
They go from being an edge team to
Well, yeah, they're
center
gonna
zone.
Yeah.
grief other people. I feel like if we're like
Yeah,
rotating.
they're gonna rotate in front of me.
I don't know if
Yeah,
they're top
good
10,
luck.
bro.
God damn. No,
I
they're
don't know
pretty
if they're
too slow.
top
They're
10.
pretty craft. They're pretty craft, I think.
That's the thing. We don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
I would hope they don't move quick because that's not what they've ever done.
Yeah.
Let's shift the conversation. Let's talk about the teams, and we guys take our hats off and send them off properly. The teams that are going home. We obviously talked about Dark Zero quite a bit. We've mentioned Xset. Let's take a look at the rest. A lot of teams here. Xset, Fnatic, Dark Zero. We've touched on, but Sentinels as well. I mean, Sentinels had
Sentinels
some moments of
complexity,
complexity. From North America, they had some moments of brilliance this tournament. Northampton had a lot of hype. Going into split 1, split 2 playoffs. I think under delivered in some of those tournaments, and unfortunately don't qualify here as well. And then Tom Young Kung, I think, was a dark horse in this competition. You obviously know them really, really well. Which of these teams do you think, other than the ones we talked about, you guys all pick one and kind of break them down? Anything that's surprising to you on this list? Singularity not making it by 2. Anything else that's surprising?
Obviously, like Zero.
Other than Dark Zero.
Other than Dark
Xset, you'd say?
Zero.
Or Fnatic?
You got a lot of options here, bro.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Exit did as bad as it did, to be honest.
Really?
It's a strong roster.
Yeah. What do you think happened there?
I don't really know. I haven't really talked to them. Like, I don't know what happened. They were doing pretty well in groups, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
4th place
Yeah.
in groups, I believe. 4th
Yeah,
place.
so
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened, to be fair.
Yeah.
They were also they were like, I don't know, I feel like when they play scrims too, they kind of troll. Like, they play like random things, I feel like, just to have fun or whatever, but I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to any of them.
I love how Hal has to do have fun in quotes. 'cause
Well, yeah,
he doesn't
that's
believe in
literally,
having fun in
what they
scrims.
do. Like,
Yeah.
they would
There's
play
no
like,
fun to be had there.
well, I know, but you know how like Xset is. They like to, have fun. Like, actually,
Yeah.
that has to have fun.
One
Yeah.
team I was hoping you'd say, because I think it is a shock in my eyes. I think Onic is a great team. Them in 19th place, I think is a bit of a surprise. You're not surprised by that?
No, they're not the same
Onic?
from split 1.
Interesting.
So it's a different.
Well, yeah, you took one of their
They got
players,
top
didn't
7 still.
Yeah,
right?
and we took
You
Fussy,
took Fussy,
so
yeah.
so it's been rough for them because they've just we've had a meta swap and then they've had a teammate swap. So it's
Fair.
I feel bad for them because I think if they kept Fussy with how well they did this time around, then they probably would have been fine.
Fussy's that guy, huh?
Well, yeah, but also they've had to try and find in Apex out there is no upcoming talent. The drop off is
No Koifuls.
significant. Luke Crusader has never been to a LAN. He's never even played Pro League.
Wow.
He's played maybe one split, I think,
Jesus.
and it didn't go well. So it's the drop off from Fussy to Crusader is a lot.
It's massive. It's a great point.
So I do feel bad for them, but I was gonna say Sentinels.
It's interesting.
Well, I'm not
let's-
surprised by that.
Well,
You're not
what
surprised by
about Sentinels? What about Sentinels?
They wasted time contesting us all through scrims. So
I was in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, it's a genuine thing, bro.
That's a good point.
They haven't played together before. It's what Koi has not played Pro League and
Or LAN.
and Zanal's what has he ever played? Did he even play Pro League with him? Maybe he did.
With who?
Not
Arcane?
before this.
Yeah, with Arcane.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
This is the first Pro League. This Pro
Yeah.
League is the first Pro League.
They're a
So-
brand new team, basically.
Yeah, so brand new team and they wasted time contesting us. A team that contested last LAN, a team that's not missed the finals,
And a team that's very good at contesting.
and I don't mind contesting. So
Yeah.
I told him that from the jump. I think he wasted too much time on that.
Interesting.
And I talk a lot of shit. So when you get into it, it's I think he wasted too much time on it. I think Arcane's a very good IGL, and I think if he just dropped that and just focused on his team and kept that going, I think that would have been fine.
Interesting.
Koi's insane.
Yeah.
He's next up.
No, he's definitely insane.
I think overall they showed a lot of moments of greatness this tournament.
Yeah.
I think the future's bright for that squad though. I really do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think a really cool storyline that they talked about on the broadcast was FC Destroy in 11th not making it to grand finals, but FC Destroy is who allowed Pulverex to even make this lobby in the first place. Without FC Destroy winning that final team fight, Pulverex wouldn't have made it. And, here they are. Pulverex is now kicking them out of the tournament. It was a cool switch of events, like lower back-to-back in the bracket.
Against Go Next?
Yeah, in that
one-
end
that
game.
one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That got Pulverex?
Kraber.
Yeah,
The Kraber play,
that got Pulverex in. That saved them from
You
Go Next
heard about the
passing.
Scraper play, right? It was through a Rampart
It's the
wall.
only time.
Yeah, I was wondering how that
Headshot
guy
through
Bambino
a
died.
Rampart
Bro, he
wall.
had a purple or gold helmet. He got headshotted, and it's like 252 with Kraber through Rampart.
That's
It was no,
fucked.
it was 227.
Oh, is that what it is?
He had 225 shield. He had Red Evo, 227, 2 points of extra damage, and he got knocked.
Yeah,
they
the
got
one team
griefed.
that's playing Rampart.
The only team I think the whole event that's
One
pulled
team.
Rampart out.
The only team that pulled Rampart. That's
That's
crazy.
tragic.
Let's take a quick sec to pause because I want to make sure the stream can hear Snip3down. How can you move over a little bit so we can centralize a little bit? We're gonna have to get a little crammed here. Men rubbing shoulders. Apologies, y'all. But I want to make sure we have lapels, but we're missing a cord for the lapels, which is sad. So sorry for that, everybody.
Oh, fuck. It's
the
like
only thing about this broadcast that's not.
You want me to push you in, Zach?
No.
Thanks, Dad.
That's right. We're good to go. And talk, scoot in and talk, speak up as much as you guys can. I think we should be fairly good. Stream, hopefully the audio quality is okay. And again, apologies, y'all. It's a lot that we're dealing with here to do a live broadcast, but a lot to discuss. Nice, this is great. A lot to discuss here. We just got done talking through the losers bracket final. We actually have a bit of a head-to-head there from that losers bracket final and from the entirety of the tournament. We got Koifel versus Gildersons. I heard Hal get excited. Hal, break it down for me.
Oh, well, it's
Close
actually
in
way.
games.
This is actually way closer. Wait, oh my
Same
god!
amount of games,
Close.
Koi had a lot of damage.
Close in games.
That guy
Wait,
spawns
Koifel's
in
act-
damage.
I thought Gil would have way. Well, I guess Gil is the anchor, right? Isn't he on the anchor? So
been anchoring, yeah,
I didn't.
okay.
I thought Gil was gonna have way more kills just because they've just farmed this like.
that last game.
Yeah,
the last
like,
series.
The last series.
130 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Koifel is actually
Koi's nuts.
hard carrying.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
The first group.
And they got
17 years old, by the way.
bro.
17 years old.
Koi
Well, did-
is in Koi in the first group. They had, I think, 20 kills. He had 13 of them.
Well, did you? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Arcane,
I don't want to.
Or do you see like even the winners bracket finals?
Bro.
Arcane had zero
Zero,
kills,
yeah.
and
Bro,
it was
there
just
was-
like farming.
There was 8. They played 8 games in the winners bracket. They had 18 kills total. Koifel had 13. Says Zanao had 5, and Arkin had 0.
Jesus, he's nuts.
That is fucked, bro. That guy's tweaking, bro. That guy is tweaking. Like, to an extent, like, obviously none of us are trying to talk shit on, like, Arcan
Yeah.
or anyone else, like, indirectly. It's just, like, kind of praising him, bro. Koi is definitely
100%.
has a bright future, and if they can find a way to enable him a little bit more and play, I guess, almost around him, I mean, I don't see how you fucking lose if that guy's going to continue to put up numbers like that regularly. If he can do that consistently, you just play around him, bro.
You think that works?
Let him rock.
Well,
That?
playing around a
I
player.
don't think that works.
playing around Koifel. Well,
That's your whole game plan on one guy.
yeah. Well,
I mean, if
yeah,
he can
agree,
put that
I
up
agree.
consistently, bro, that's a lot.
But unless you have like old Horizon, he's not gonna be able to like.
Yeah, I don't think that
He's
works.
not that good.
No, he's insane, but yeah. I don't know
That in general, it's a team. It's a 3-player game.
Yeah.
You can't just rely on. Yeah, it's
I was
interesting.
gonna say, I think Koi's still a little too new to like hard carry himself without like.
Well, his
just,
first
like,
lane, he
fully
did
playing.
a hell of a job.
Of course
did.
he did. Of course
Yeah.
he did. But he definitely like. It's not like he was IGLing or he was everything was put in front of him.
Yeah.
He's not.
Do you guys think it gets poached?
He
Do you
should.
guys think it
Well,
gets
someone's
poached?
gonna
Yeah,
ask
he
for
should,
someone's
probably.
gonna ask for a hell of a buyout with the situation they're in.
Yeah,
I
they need money.
There's probably a couple teams at the top that didn't make it that could consider
Well,
some numbers.
To be fair,
But-
we can discuss like org is dropping their teams
Yeah, that's a good point.
after that.
I think with an asset that they have in Koifel, though, they don't draw. There's no way the hell they do that.
Well, they don't know that. Maybe
They
most,
know- they
most,
know
most
that.
orgs probably don't understand.
That's true. Maybe they
like,
don't. Yeah, maybe
shit.
their heads in the cloud. One thing I will say is just an ode to loyalty. Oxygen's a great example. So many people tried poaching Aiden. It's insane.
Yeah.
He stayed loyal to that team. Vayne is a mouse and keyboard IGL, similar to RKN. Maybe that team sticks together and ends up doing big things next split. I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting topic. All right.
That'll be off-season topics for sure. That'll be like what kind of keeps the like people talking is what's going to happen with teams
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Off season is gonna be interesting.
There's
We're
gonna be
gonna
so much
be rolling with
drama.
after hours during the off season to try and keep the content alive because it might be a long off season, which is never fun. So we'll try and keep things alive during that. But obviously a lot to discuss with championships tomorrow. We do have our live audience camera ready, I believe. He has his cell phone. Here's our live audience. the 3 people over there. Oh, there's more.
It's like
Check out the private invite. This is actually. Is this a
Wait, that's actually
This is a
so-
crypto drone.
Someone shoot it!
Wait, you're missing him. There we go.
Hit him with the EMP.
Aiden Verholst, everybody.
Let's go.
Boys, this is insane.
Wait, that's actually so fucking
That's so
sick.
cool. That is so cool.
Yo.
Now he's just showing off. Like he already showed all 6 people. Now he's just like, yo, look at this cool crypto shit.
Give it in this draft. Oh man.
Tech in chat spawned in a fucking drone,
We got
bro.
more people in the little lounge over here too.
that was actually
Everyone's gonna say, "Cringe." There's 5 people there. Why are you showing up? We had to show off the crypto drone, though. We had to. That's awesome. That was really cool. Hey, look, let's shift the conversation. Obviously, we talked about losers bracket ad nauseum because there's a lot to talk about there. But it's time for a grand finals discussion. What a championship! What an event it's been so far. The storylines have been insane, and that just has led us to this moment right now. The championship finals, the most stacked ALGS lobby we have ever had. Let's take a look at our winners bracket final. Sorry, championship final lobby. Oh, actually, I think we're gonna show
We
winners
never
bracket
talked
first.
about winners bracket.
Yeah,
bro.
we didn't. You're right. We should have
Like
said-
this motherfucker.
I hyped that up
bro.
for nothing. Take back the entire monologue
Yeah,
and set
bro.
up. We're going back to winners bracket round 1. Sorry, winners bracket final. Let's show that instead.
This guy dropped like 25.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about there. That's fair. That is fair. First off, it's not all about you, Hal. I'm sorry. We got to talk about Blackhand first and foremost.
No,
Triple
We got to put
MK.
respect on Blackhand. Triple M&K.
Blackhand's
Landslide.
Listen, we fought them like 3 or 4 times in the winners bracket. Like they were rolling our
Strafing
shit.
Flame?
They were rolling our shit.
Those motherfuckers are sick.
Put his name on the map because like the shots that I'm seeing out of him.
No, he said that he
and
took
the
pre-workout.
I know. He said that on the broadcast winner. He said he just downs pre-workout. That's how he warms up.
Wait.
Like that's how he.
Yeah,
does.
he literally just took
Isn't that a
pre-workout.
known
The guy's
thing?
literally on
G Fuel?
crack.
Hello? Isn't that a known thing?
guess.
That's not an abnormal thing.
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
normal
think.
thing in esports. But either way, yeah, that's he was cracked. That was mine. That's awesome. Respect it. You're saying, I'm going to go back to that, Hal. They were rocking your shit,
Oh yeah, we ran into them like 3 or 4 times, and I think they killed us like.
Ever done?
One time we just ran away from each other. So they killed us outside of Dome. They were actually underneath us in the last game, so we were kind of fighting. But we ran into them a couple times, but we only actually fought once, and they just like steamrolled us. That was just
Crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, they were. You can tell like when someone, when you go into a game, like even the first game, like you just watch a team play or you fight them, they're just gonna like probably roll your shit.
Jesus.
Like it's like the first 10 seconds
Like the
to fight.
momentum
You can just
of
tell.
it.
The momentum, like when we fought them, like the momentum that they had was just like there's like a brick wall running at you.
Insane.
Like literally, that's how it felt fighting them.
yeah. It's insane.
And that's triple
I've been-
M&K too. That's so
That
impressive.
says something for triple
They're-
in 3v3 team fights. Walt, I've been keen to get your opinion. You know these guys in and out, man. Talking about this roster, you play with Strafing Flame. You kind of help, put him on the map by playing Rank to them off, and he gave love to you the other day. He was actually on our show. That's the coolest thing. He was on our show on Thursday night. It was a great show. Very well spoken. Talking about this roster, you know him really well.
Strafing is probably like the most confident player.
Really?
Yeah, for someone that like says he gets nervous, his calls, like the reason that some of his calls work are purely based on the fact that he screams. Like, he's so confident. Like it's just blind confidence, and like it pays off because like if they're following him through with it, it just works. And then Easy Flash is probably top 10 MK player here.
Wow.
For
Here
me-
and
for mechanics alone, he'll probably put down anyone that you
I've
can
heard that a couple
name.
times.
Wow.
Easy
They're a
Flash
long-time
is-
duo, right? The two of them were a duo for quite some time
No.
previously, or no?
No.
I made that up.
Dude, I want to. What's the history with this Blackhand team? Because like I feel like they.
I feel like they came out of
It's
nowhere.
It's not like I didn't know about them, but not like this. Like I.
Well,
didn't
it
think
could be
that they
like
were at this
just the
level.
same way someone has a bad day, someone can have a great day, right? So like.
Yeah, but this is every
no.
day's been a great day for them.
Yeah.
And this
What
wasn't
they
like
place
this
in
at
Pro, what they
previous
place in Pro
events.
League? Last Pro League. It was a different team, right?
The
Third. It was a
yeah,
different
so
roster.
player was with him the first LAN, they didn't make finals. Second LAN, player wasn't on his team.
That's what I meant. Player K and him were a duo before. Yeah.
Yeah, so player and him were the duo, and then his players come back into this roster. So
Okay.
now they've all sort of. But player, Strafing actually I think makes his teammates a lot better because player when he wasn't with Strafing was a non-factor.
Wow.
Like genuinely,
Damn.
you wouldn't look at him. Like you
No
would think
way.
nothing of him. And then this LAN, like he's just back to being
That's
a player.
that's the sign of a great leader and a great player. Someone that
Yeah.
elevates their teammates as well and makes them better. He seems like he has that. And I will say again, I highly recommend you all go back on YouTube or Spotify, watch the broadcast. He was one of the most well-spoken players I've ever talked to. Interviews I've had. And are people behind us right now?
Yeah,
Monsoon.
jumping up and down.
Monsoon is behind us. I love this fucking guy. You think he'd be sad and depressed? He's still here putting on. Wow, this is fantastic. I don't know if you guys can see that here live. Monsoon, everybody. And Kimchi Lee. That's great. But he was very well spoken. I mean, you could tell his brain. See, it sounds like he's confident. and he's very talented, but his brain and knowledge for the game was insane.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, I mean, I gained a lot. That was my first like real interaction with him ever, and just even listening to him micro IGL's team, I gave him a ton of props for that because I was unfamiliar. Yeah. What is the quote? Like, I was unfamiliar with your game.
Yeah, literally.
That's exactly what it felt like. So, I mean, I gained a lot of respect, and I'm happy that he's putting his team on the map like that.
And it's cool because he actually spoke to exactly what you said. He kind of delivered a really interesting take that in Apex you have to be false confident. Like you have to be willing to take fights that are high risk, because if you don't, you're going to fall behind. And so the lines is exactly what you said. He has false confidence, and it works out.
I think where that almost like narrative comes from is unironically from NA. Like you hear other regions talk about all the time that like NA, like we're kind of like fucking morons. We're like super confident players. Like we always think we're better. Even if you're like the 15th place team, you still think you're better. And I think with time over like the 4 years, people just started developing like this almost false confidence that like, hey, we are the best as well. And I think it's paid off big time. I mean, maybe that's just like total horse shit and he's had it the whole time. But that's definitely something I've seen in NA, even out of like our bottom placing teams. We'll be like 22nd in Pro League and those guys will be talking shit to like second in Pro League, like they're just steamrolling them.
Does that apply though? Because I feel like that's just straight up, like, that's not false confidence.
Unironically, sometimes they run over them though.
Yeah,
so.
but that's the thing, yeah. Well, strafing I know is a big, like, he idolizes Zero. And if you watch you watch Zero last LAN in the survey game, and anyone that has watched that, if you don't copy that, then you're trolling.
Yep.
He played survey, and any team that came survey, he just sprinted at them, killed them.
I think Strafey took a lot of inspiration. He took a lot of inspiration from that, right?
I didn't watch that.
He took a lot of
You
inspiration.
watch VODs, bro?
I don't watch Dark Zero.
Oh my, you are a hater.
What? The one team
I
VOD you
know.
should watch.
That was funny.
Fuck those guys. That's
No,
hilarious.
that literally, they had like a 15 kill or something like to start off the tournament. They played survey, they killed anyone that came in. They were taking terrible fights, but they did it with confidence.
That's interesting.
They
One
smoke
thing I'll say,
They smoked everybody.
for anyone watching right now
That's
that is
nice.
looking for a team to cheer on tomorrow, no offense to you boys, but I'm trying to get some fans for Blackhand because they deserve it. Blackhand is a team to look out for, a team to cheer for. Strafing Flame, to your point, how much he idolizes Zero, was so humble. The amount of respect that he showed for Hal and for Zero and for Wxltzy, he gave you so much credit and so much love. When he's hands down delivering one of the best tournaments of anyone in this tournament, he gave respect to his teammates, to everyone else. Really humble, really top talent. I think the future's bright for him. Hopefully he can do something crazy
I
tomorrow.
hate him in game, man.
Why is that? Well, I heard you guys are beefing. He told you, what's the beef?
So annoying.
What's the beef? What is that?
Nothing. I hate the way he
forgot.
plays. It's obnoxious. So it's like,
Is it good or is it annoying?
no, I mean,
It's good
it's
annoying.
both.
It's
It's
good
both.
annoying.
It's both. Okay.
Easy flash in our group stages. We got knocked by a Kraber. Easy flash solo ran from their building to our building, played our bottom floor, and was actively 1v2ing us because he had bang smoke in the digi. Even though there was multiple teams around us, he didn't care. He just sat bottom floor fighting.
That is
us.
annoying.
Now, did he know it was you or was he just being a dickhead?
No, that's just how he plays.
Oh my
what happened when he had
god.
the
Was that the moment that created the beef? Because he told us, he said it was a very dumb play.
No, that was scrims.
Oh, scrims. Okay.
Yeah,
He
scrims.
said that there was a moment that created the beef when they made a really dumb play on y'all during Pro League or something, and that was the
I think
moment
it
that
was
you.
scrims, yeah.
Oh, it was just scrims. It was scrims. And they said he was like, yeah, it was a dumb play. He
He's like, I
acknowledged
don't know.
it.
He said we don't
It
know if we're on
worked?
speaking terms right now.
No,
Yeah.
I just
That's
hate him
funny.
in game. I hate him in game.
That's funny. Let's shift the conversation. If we pull up the winners bracket again, that'd be fantastic. Winners bracket final, and we have a lot of other things to talk about on that list. First thing first is we get that graphic pulled up. What you guys pulled off was insane. Everyone says plot armor. Everyone says the script. Reps' tweet was hilarious. What the
TSM
hell?
should have been doing better. They got 4 south zones.
Ooh.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh shit!
No, that's just true.
I mean,
that's not.
It's true. Like,
Yeah,
there's
that-
no.
Don't react like
argument
that.
there.
That was just the
Well,
fact.
okay, listen. Well, launch site is like an illusion. Launch site is not actually that good of a
It's
zone
an
for us
illusion.
because the zone always pulls to the back building. And if you play any of the 2 north buildings on launch site, you can't get into the back of launch site. Like the zone for launch site from Siphon is not as good as you
I
think.
thought you played that hill like by the ramp.
No.
No, they don't play there,
No,
but it's
okay.
it's definitely still really good. It may not be like you get the best spot in the game. It's a free game.
It's just like
but
you
it's
just
still
get
really
pinched.
good.
You just literally get pinched like to hell inside the fucking launch site. Like it's just not.
You are coping.
I think everyone here is like,
You win
Okay,
dome zones
play-
all the time.
Have you used to play
Yeah.
the Siphon and go launch
I
site?
still do.
Okay, where do you I still do. Okay, where do you when you played in Apex South from Lava Siphon and it was launch site zone? Where'd you get? What position?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Any of those front 2 buildings or the back, like you have main office and
Yeah.
like the main back office, and then
Yeah,
you
and the
have
crafter.
This one's perfect. And I heard you entered DZ when you could have had that building today.
No, we didn't end him.
That's not
No,
what-
are you talking about the respawn beacon building?
you were
Live
fighting them under
debate
the
here.
staircase.
Does this turn into
Yeah,
a one-on-one
we're both-
conversation?
No, they made a good play. That game, Dark Zero was in a horrible spot, and they were getting pinched by like 3 teams. They made a good play that game.
It's not a
That's a
bad
good
zone.
save.
It is. Well, it's not bad, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to be
Show of hands,
guaranteed
is launch site a bad zone for Lava Siphon team? Yes or no? Yes, raise your hand. No, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No
guys
way.
literally land,
Stop
you
raising-
land
what was the
Overlook, you
question?
land
Is launch site bad-
Climatizer,
is
you
launch
land
site a
fucking
bad zone?
LCQ
Yeah,
or
launch
some
site's
shit.
I land nowhere, bro.
I
I don't even land right now.
It's not that bad. No, it's not that bad.
Straight for no reason.
No. I don't even
All right,
land
right,
right
let's
I'd
talk-
rather be there than
Let's talk more than
Climatizer.
that, though. Hal, you shared over some Cheeky Nando's lunch earlier about some more other things that went wrong. What went wrong for you guys in that series?
Well, we like had Dojo going north pad, and we weren't like used to them zone wrapping us, and that happened twice.
That's all they do.
I also threw like 2 of the games. Like I threw the first game when NRG landed on us. I just like trolled. So first game I just threw the entire
It was
game.
in a team fight?
Yeah, it was a team fight. I just trolled, and then
You said you Horizon queued thinking you had your ult, and you rolled one of those
yeah, it was
moments.
his early game.
Major moment.
Yeah, literally.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And
You
then
call strays or not?
yeah,
Because I love
it was just like
I can catch the
Perform
strays. I
average.
got thick skin.
I don't know, I was trolling Stormpoint, and then World's Edge. Our macro was bad dome. Like we went to the wrong spot. Launch site, launch site.
Oh,
And
horrible.
then-
Horrible for them, bro. God.
It's actually funny. Like we had a beacon for every other zone, and like one game that we won, we had no beacon. I think it was just like it was a culmination of like a bunch of different things, like me making stupid pushes or doing stupid plays, like my micro, and then like some of my macro on World's Edge was just bad. That's basically it.
Interesting. And then game 8 happened.
Yeah.
What happened game 8? Break it down. You said you guys didn't have beacon.
We didn't have
game 8.
beacon that game. So that game we were trying to follow Dark Zero because they had beacon, and I saw them coming South Siphon. So I was like, shit, it might be a South Siphon or something. So I'm sitting, we're literally like spread out trying to see like where people are going because we don't have beacon, and zone might be close to us, right? So I'm sitting south and I see Dark Zero running right at me, and I was like, come over here, like I'm calling my teammates, and then they evac tower over us, and I'm confused, like where's the zone? Like I don't understand, like why are they going this way? And eventually we just end up like middle siphon because we're just confused on where the zone is, and I feel like we were not gonna qual, to be honest. Like from playing from middle siphon, like one, that was our first time playing from middle siphon, and 2, like we've always been told, by Raven, like that building is just trash.
It's clusterfuck.
Yeah,
It
that
is.
building
Middle
is just,
Siphon building?
yeah,
Yeah,
the middle
it's a
siphon building, like
clusterfuck.
that building is just trash.
It's an awkward fight, too.
Yeah, like you can't really stop people from getting bottom floor. So it's just like, we were stuck in a building we're not familiar with. We're stuck in a building that we can't, stop people from getting in. And, the zone is obviously not ending on top of us. But then Jordan, he made a call to rotate early or go to a spot underneath launch site. And I call basically just won us the game, practically, after that. So
The stars aligned, man. You had no beacon. The zone is ending directly on you. You somehow didn't get caught on an early rotate. Jordan makes the game-winning call.
Yeah.
Everything went right. You guys capitalized
well, yeah, that's
perfectly
how
on
you
that
win the
game.
game.
Was there a reason Dojo slid
You're a
down
dickhead.
and didn't fight you?
Huh?
Was there a reason that Dojo didn't fight you?
They needed
Because we
points.
left early. We ran earlier before the zone started moving.
Dojo needed
No,
points the last
Dojo,
game,
yeah,
so-
They were
Dojo
on
take
our
that
roof.
fight and they get 30'd or something, they're out.
Yeah,
You gotta remember,
Dojo needed, like-
barely
And they
came
knew
off
they
also.
knew it was us. Design apparently like
so
I was
they
talking.
ran from you.
Yeah, no. So basically, what happens they got on our roof, and according to Timmy told me that Design knew it was us, and he said that if we fought them, they'll grief each other. Like we both won't make it to top 10. Apparently, that's what Timmy told. Like that's what Design said in the middle of the game. So
That's some smart shit.
that's what he said, and then so we were inside, they were on our roof, and we realized if we just wait for zone to push, we're just gonna kill each other and just die to zone. So I just called to even though when Jordan says to go to the spot, I was like, we can't sit here and wait for zone. We have to just leave and go right down the middle. We just straight ran across from top middle siphon and jumped down into the low ground.
Yeah.
So that's how that went. That's how we didn't fight anybody because we just left earlier than everybody else.
Yeah,
Minus
they-
Tempo is doing some hip swing thing. Feel free to crypto cam whenever you want, man.
God,
First off,
that
I was
guy.
sick. Second, we got a little bit of a
got a whole new
live
crew.
crew here, whole crew here. The live
Holy
audience
shit.
is expanding. This is
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
growing.
The drone is coming
Glad it's
potentially
in
here soon.
Oh,
but
dude, there's so many people in here.
before the drone comes, if you could show the wins bracket final one more time, a couple of their storylines. Moist obviously qualifies. FaZe is not. Tough lobby. What happened to you guys?
He says he's gonna take
7
my hat
out of
off.
8 South Stars.
Yeah,
Like we land climatizer. Like we had the toughest rotates on Storm Point.
They
Which
want
we
your
dropped.
attention.
We had 24 points on Storm Point, which is like not that bad because if we had 24 points on World's Edge, we would have qualified. But I mean, we got 6 points total on World's Edge, which is our best map. So like, I mean, it was just really tough to rotate into those zones for us.
Yeah, World's Edge you had it rough, but
was
Storm
really
Point.
I mean, we dropped 24. That's not good enough. Like, we should have definitely had more
Yeah,
on that.
you
Like,
guys-
we choked. I think. I don't. I'm trying. Dude, I played so many games today. Like, I don't
We had
even fully remember.
A Gale game, we had a back barrow game, and then we had.
Oh,
a
we didn't
Fish
have Beacon the first. We didn't have Beacon the Gale game or the Barrel game.
Yeah,
we didn't have Beacon either of those.
They had
That's
this.
rough.
Yeah,
That's
Stormpoint,
screwed.
Stormpoint was rough
That's
too.
it was
so
really
unfair
tough,
today.
bro. It was really tough. I mean,
A couple other
wasn't
stories
proud.
here. Ascend breaking in, which is I love those guys, the passion they show. I love that moment where Kashera gets on table, kisses his cross, and gets passionate. Obviously, he's gone through losing his dad. I got a lot of respect. You shake your head though. You're not a big Kashera fan.
Oh, we got into it with them after the last game.
Did you really? What happened?
They landed on empty. They mystery dropped on us in game 7. We only just qualied, but that was our 0-point game.
Holy shit!
They waited to the end of the ship,
Holy.
jumped out, and 3-man landed on him at mechanic. At
That's
the moment.
fucked.
I'd be big mad.
So I argued with him, and then he was surprised that I was angry. So
that's a little.
that was an
I
interesting
don't know about
conversation.
that.
He got into
I-
arguments with like 8 different teams during that winners bracket finals because it was just
'Cause he-
constant mystery drops.
Yeah, like, I just don't
You've had some Kashera beef in the past, Hal. Anything you'd add?
No, that was more like a Raven than.
That was a Raven and
but
Kashera
yeah.
thing, okay.
But I don't have any beef.
No beef.
To be honest,
That is wild
yeah.
though.
I'm surprised that they made it in because they're just like literally mystery dropping.
That game was the game that they won with a 10-kill win, and it was gifted.
Well, what even happened? Like, did they mystery drop on you and they had zone?
Who's
Yeah,
that?
no. So they mystery dropped on us and sprinted, and it was
Where?
a dome
on,
zone.
on Overlook?
Just sprinted in a straight line straight to dome. And,
gosh.
Yeah. it
Wait,
was-
from Overlook?
Yeah. They didn't kill us. They tried to kill him. Empty.
Took your loot basically.
Yeah, and tried to.
Yeah, they don't need a beacon. It's just
They,
dumb.
they couldn't kill him.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
That's interesting. A couple of questions I want to ask you guys here on the screen. What's a bigger surprise to y'all?
What I just
Dojo or Ascend on this list?
Ascend.
Dojo for you? Ascend
Wait,
for
for
you?
what? What do you mean?
What's a bigger surprise to be in the top 10 of qual? Dojo or Ascend?
Probably Dojo, yeah.
Dojo for sure.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, just like, literally brand new team. Like, just
Yeah.
randomly came out of nowhere. Right?
I feel like Honeymoon is so popular in Apex though. We all talk about the Honeymoon phase of rosters, and they're definitely on a high. So
I mean,
that's
you're not
why
wrong.
That's why I wasn't surprised. But
I feel
maybe
like the
that's some
delu-
cope, bro.
Dude, it's so fun. I feel like the delusional confidence of design works perfect with Timmy as well.
Yeah.
Bro, they
like,
have 9,000 zone damage.
Yeah, they zone wrap every game. That's how they play. Every game they zone wrap.
God.
Wait,
You
that's
talk
actually
about them
crazy.
being on your back, and you
Yeah,
didn't,
they
you
were
weren't
doing
used to
that
it.
to us
That's
in,
what they did every
Stormpoint.
game.
They did that in
and you gotta
LCQ too.
remember, it only has to work
Yeah.
like once or twice because typically when you're zone wrapping like that, you're zone wrapping like God spot or like a really good spot typically, and then boom, you get big points out of
That's
it. So
insane. So
where you
everyone
end
agrees Dojo, and I agree with y'all. I think Dojo is one of the best stories of this tournament in my eyes. If they can, as a Cinderella story team, from LCQ to somehow win tomorrow, or top 3 or top 5,
That'd be fucked.
that'd be insane. I mean,
That would be insane.
Yeah, but I don't remember the last time that's happened in any sport. It's
I
been a
don't
long
know.
time
I
since
don't
I've
know
seen a
about
team
that
come out of the amateur bracket and make it to. I don't know if that ever happened in Halo, where a team came out of the amateur bracket and made it to championship
It
finals.
does not happen.
It does not happen. Yeah,
Not in 4v4 range shooters like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no RNG.
No,
Yeah,
like
it's-
no.
It's just not how it works.
Never even like anything close to that. Like a 12 seed has never made it to
We
the
had
finals.
we had a team in 08 that made it was an amateur bracket team, got second place, but never won. So if they can get top 2, top 3, that's a remarkable feat. If they win it all, that'd be crazy. Obviously, the story with Timmy and his dad, his whole family being here, Timmy coming back and deciding to compete again is an amazing story in itself.
No,
He
that's
struggled at first. Yeah, it's a good one. So we'll see what Dojo can do. We have to keep an eye out on Dojo tomorrow. Realize obviously here as well. Oxygen shows up and looks more like Oxygen of the old.
Yeah, no,
You
they're
guys think they
good.
look good, right?
LG looked great.
LG
I mean,
LG
I
best
thought
team in
Yeah, I'm wondering
I thought
why.
LG.
I'm wondering
Yeah,
why.
seriously. Like,
fuck off.
I want to know what that's like.
LG
without-
looks great, but the
They're
zones all
laning
pulled it.
fish farms
Wait,
long
this guy's
sight.
talking.
Oh,
This guy
fish
got
farms
4
long
dome
sight.
zones.
They had 7 out of 8 zones.
Yeah,
You're
they
telling me,
did.
yeah, they play well. Yeah, no fucking shit.
Bro,
Like that.
you were less than 200
7
meters
out
from
of
the end
8.
game. 4 for 4.
7 out of 8 games.
You just had an
They
argument
played
with
really
the
well.
entire table
Played
about
really well.
launch site
Yeah.
being bad for Siphon. But you're gonna try to tell
Go to the
us.
court. Where's my fucking hammer? Then?
No, you're gonna try to argue that LG going to like Shipfall or Gale is
I don't
so
fucking
different
worry,
than you going Siphon to
Yeah,
launch
I'm
site.
laning wall. They're laning fish farms. The
Yeah, the
zone
North
literally.
Zone.
We won, yeah, one. And
then
that was
you-
the game I trolled.
And then you had 4 South Zones.
Yeah.
That's 5 out of 8.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
but what? Also, fucking World's Edge.
Huh?
All I'm saying, I'm potentially.
Listen,
Look, we're not arguing that you're not top 2, one of the best. You know what I mean? Like,
top 2.
And now he's offended. God damn it, Wxltzy.
He's a Zero fan. It's all good.
Yeah, jeez.
The Aussies stay
biased.
together.
Optic did
The
good.
Aussies stay
Let's
together.
move
Optic
on
did well as
before
well.
Hal gets hurt.
Optic did well as well. Okay, well look,
Optic
enough of
did
the women's
well.
bracket. Now it's time. I did this big hype up moment for discussing what is going to be an epic championship final tomorrow. Let's jump into our predictions and preview for the championship final matchup. Let's take a look at our finals preview. I'm not sure what graphics we got here. If it's a list of the 20 teams, and we got some drop. We got a drop spot graphic too.
Oh, Optic.
Maybe the Sven action. What about Optic?
we've not mentioned.
We have not mentioned them. We
No,
should
but
mention
they did good, and they did good in groups as well. They're back-to-back good days.
Yeah.
them. Optic's looking really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they improved so much.
I think from last lane to this lane, they're only getting better.
What was the difference? Do you have any idea?
Just time, I think, right?
I don't really know.
It might have been
to be
chemistry. It
honest.
might have been time. It might
They
have
don't
just been
stream
like team
they don't stream
building.
anything, so I have no clue.
I think they're sleeper. I think if anyone can take it off these guys,
You think it's
It's
Optic?
them.
I think
Yeah.
they're one of them. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a few teams, but they're definitely one of them.
Definitely one of them for sure.
I'm waiting to get.
Imagine the phase Cinderella story though, you know what I'm saying?
We're definitely
Same for him, bro. His Cinderella
for
story
real.
would be insane. They snuck
It
in
would
last
be.
game also.
You've made every finals without going to loser bracket though. Like the fact that you guys are even underrated is kind of a joke, to be fair.
Okay,
Are we underrated?
Well, yeah, because you guys don't really stream as much.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
feel like people don't really know about you guys
Yeah,
as much as the other pros know about you, but the
Yeah.
communities in general.
I stream until I get contested. That's the only time
Yeah, I don't
I'm
stream
not allowed to
contested,
stream. Empty won't let me.
I guess that's fair.
And then we were contested all of scrims. Otherwise, I would stream all my scrims. Because I was. Remember, Nice Week was there was a bunch of times where
nah, Arcane actually fucked you guys up in more than one way. That is fucked.
chill, bro. Just know we weren't losing that con ever.
Damn, bro.
Bro, if you
He actually gatekept you from streaming.
no, Empty did.
I know,
Don't
but
make
only
that-
because
Don't give
Arcane.
that to RKM. Don't do that.
That's one thing. I'm glad you're bringing this up because we haven't talked Moist Hit either. You guys kind of barely snuck into this top 10. You obviously game 7 against Ascend, the 0 point didn't help.
They always
how
do,
you feel?
though.
They always do barely sneak in.
They always do.
Finals.
They always
How
make
do you
it.
feel
Not
like you guys
barely.
played?
They always make it.
Lost.
That's
We do always make it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not coping like this guy. we had we had the same situation as him. So
Yeah.
Overlook and all zones were south. Command center, all zones were south. We had 3 beacons out of 8 games today.
Oh god.
And Ascend landed on us game 7, and it was okay, these guys the game's trying to make us not qualify. So, but
Everything against you guys still a ninth place finish.
Yeah, we
Should be happy
pulled
with
through. So I was no. I mean, we still everything against us. If we had have not qualified those games, that was still on us.
Yeah. How big in your guys' eyes? You played so many match point finals now. You two as well. How big is the 10-point lead for Blackhand, a 9-point lead for LG, the 2-point deficit?
No team's ever won when they've won winners. I found
Energy
that
got
last
second.
lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to win
I
again.
didn't know that.
We don't want to win.
It's
Jinx.
like the points are. That's why I also don't like the starting points at all because it's the points are more. Those starting points are from the winners bracket lobby.
Yeah.
And you go to finals. There's 10 different teams in that lobby now.
That's fair, but you do agree that the winners bracket team should have an advantage because they haven't lost yet. They haven't got back. It's the
Well, yeah,
typical
but
esports.
I
need some
don't
advantage.
like the starting points, but there's no other way to reward people for
No-
playing.
no bracket
I
resets.
don't like 10 points when it only takes 50 to get to match point in the first place. I think that's you have 20% of the points you need right away.
But a winners
Yeah,
the
but
first in winners bracket has never won a finals.
on top of that, that's a really fucking tough lobby to just pop off in. So there has to be a strong reward. It can't just be like, good shit,
That's
bro.
true.
Yeah,
Good luck.
congrats.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Based on that stat line, I'd lean in to say it's not that OP. I think it's a
it's
good
not.
format. Yeah, it sounds like you guys are agreeing. It's not like a big deficit or a big difference. Phase was 0 on the second page. Just flip on over. But again, we've seen. Did you guys?
Wait, we start with 6.
Yes, there was 6.
Yeah,
Was it 6?
6.
Yeah, 6.
Oh shit. Okay.
you thought it was 5?
Yeah, that was 5.
Phase, NRG, Alliance, Element 6. Start a fight, esports here. Enter Force, Pioneers, KCP makes it. MDY, White, Pulverex, Iron Blood Gaming. So every single region is represented, including South America. They make it with Start a Fight, which is awesome to see. Good, congrats to them. But on this list here, if you're going to pick one team, what's up?
Can we talk about APAC South?
I was just about to say.
I was about to say
Are we second best yet?
I was-
easily.
Oh,
Are we ready?
absolutely.
Are we ready to
I know
say
we
it's
thought-
like
I thought you guys were always
you guys.
5 out of 7 APAC South teams in the finals.
Yes.
Yeah.
7 out of
okay.
13 NA.
Can we say
Is it 7 out of 13?
7 out of 13 NA.
You guys technically have, or
Second.
statistically speaking,
Yeah.
in
The most
finals
represented,
representation.
yeah.
You're
Wait,
number
how
one.
many EU teams are in there?
KCP, Alliance,
Damn, you just
Ascend.
starting shit.
We are starting.
I'm
KCP,
just
Alliance,
curious. I haven't
Ascend.
looked. 'Cause I haven't looked.
That's it, right? KCP, Alliance,
Yeah,
Ascend.
it's not many.
3. How many teams do they have? 9 or 8
I don't know.
coming into the
They
tournament?
have 9, I think.
3 out of 9 for EMEA. Yeah.
E6, guys.
Oh,
E6.
yeah.
E6. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm blind there. Yep. So 4 out of 9. That's about the same, close down there, not too far off.
Yeah,
man.
close down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apex House showed up.
Apex House showed up big time.
7 out of 7, is that what you said?
No, 5.
5
Five.
out of 7. 5 out of 7.
That's
Yep.
still a fucking insane.
And then
bro.
APAC
That
North,
is.
we got Pulverex. We have. Oh, my blanking.
Interforce.
Interforce, yeah, I see them. And then that's it for this page, right? Yep.
Iron Blood?
And then
Is Iron
Realize,
Blood
no,
Apex
there's Apex
South?
South. Apex South. And then Realize on page 1. So APAC North, only 3 teams in this lobby. Is that accurate?
Realize,
Dreamfire?
Dreamfire's Apex South.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dreamfire's Apex
Come
South.
on.
China.
Bro,
I don't blame you for that. China.
Statistically, who has been the worst region statistically over like the past?
South
year?
America.
South America.
Was it
like,
South
America?
Oh,
By a
by
mile.
far.
By a
Like, it's
mile.
not even close.
Damn.
APAC North is behind.
Jesus
It's
Christ, guys!
It's
You could have been
not
like,
even
oh,
close.
like I'm not sure. I think it's South America.
he's asking
He's
me
like, holy fuck, it is South
He made it
America.
sound like it was like a debate. It's not. Like,
Well,
it
bro.
hasn't been a debate.
He's actually right. He is
It
right.
It isn't. It is.
Definitely don't go to the bars with those dudes, bro. Shit.
And that's the thing about South America.
Take you out.
That's big.
Those
It's
just start
in
landing
game
on
shit
you.
talk. I can still like you as a
I love
person.
South America being at this tournament because the hype that Brazil brings, the passion that they have, Argentina, it's awesome to see. But I think everyone has to agree they don't deserve 5 slots. I mean, there's no way that they do compared to with how they performed overall. So a lot of rumors going on what's going to happen next year. I really
Yeah.
do hope they have representation though, for sure.
How you know?
About what?
Oh, I'm assuming you do. about South
About
America.
South America,
I think those rumors ended up getting
debunked.
maybe on faded.
They
but
came
I
out-
remember,
they
I
came
remember
out and
them
said
getting
something.
debunked and them saying like,
Something's
hey,
gonna
like this
happen.
was an error on our end. South America is still a region. Like they're not disappearing.
Something's going to happen. Something's gonna
I
change.
swear that.
I think they
happened.
either they merge with NA. We'll see, but yeah, nonetheless,
think so.
shout out and kudos to Startified Esports representing South America. Singularity was really close, and that would have been a great story too. We did talk about that all weekend. Elysium comes back. He quit for like 6 months. He came back and joined this team, and they were this close to qualifying for the final, which would have been awesome. He's cracked his controller player in South America. So with that said, that's enough for the South America story. 3 out of 9 APAC North. The stack ranked best regions in terms of performance. If I'm thinking off the noggin, North America number 1, APAC South number 2. EMEA 3, APAC North 4, South America 5, I think. 3 out of 9 APAC North
That
teams.
sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. So interesting stuff here. But nonetheless, on this page here, this second page, if you had to pick one team that has the best chance to win it, who is it? I'm not going to ask you because your
On
team's
the second page?
On this page, on the second
NRG,
page.
like
NRG.
from lower bracket.
From lower bracket, yep.
To win.
It's definitely
win.
NRG.
It's definitely.
Probably
It's a
NRG,
hot
yeah.
day today, bro.
Yeah, probably NRG.
I think NRG, if they have, I don't know, it's weird because if I was in the booth next to him in one of the groups, it was crazy. But,
Why is that crazy? Why is
but if
that?
they have a day like today, definitely them.
Why,
Yeah, they-
you're
they-
yelling
they
at
have
each other or what?
Yeah, Sweet gets animated, bro. When he gets mad.
Does.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Well, yeah, they had in one of the groups. They got 18th or something.
Yeah,
right?
they had a
Yeah,
rough
they had
group.
13 points in 6 games in one of the groups.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
So you guys all say energy, you guys all agree.
But yeah, if they have a good day,
I'm gonna actually, I think Alliance is gonna show up tomorrow.
Well, they still have to. Oh, I guess. Well, no, they're going fragment.
Yeah, I was about
Monument.
to
Oh,
say.
yeah,
Fragment
that's true, that
Monument,
is
a
true,
new
that is
place
true.
out. They
That's a very
haven't.
good point.
Yeah.
Not.
I don't know, man. Yeah, because they can't go Sky West. Yeah, that might be shambles. I might have to take that back. But I don't know. We'll see how Alliance does tomorrow, but I think that'll be interesting. MDY White, just their fan base here has been awesome to see. On this list, any dark horse teams that you think could surprise? Energy's the favorite on this list.
FaZe is the
FaZe, I
yeah,
guess.
FaZe is
FaZe,
the best dark
yeah.
horse. I'd agree with that.
Pioneers got 6 last time.
And lose bracket?
Oh,
No, in
Finals.
Finals.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah,
they got 6. You guys got 5th. So
Except,
yeah, so I'd
Yeah,
say
actually got 4.
I think and then champs last year, GMT with Rambo, they got top 6 as well, top 5. I think they showed up in
Yeah.
the finals as well. So
Yeah,
Nasty
I mean,
leads
yeah.
He
it.
might be a match point player.
I think he's a match point player.
yeah,
He didn't make it to finals and split 1 playoffs.
Nasky.
Nasky did not.
No.
They did not make it. Split 1
No,
playoffs.
they
Yeah. And they got 6 last one. You said.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good. That's a
Did
good.
you guys
pick.
talk about Xset before I hopped on?
Yeah,
We did. Yeah, a little bit. Not
Yeah.
enough. We didn't talk about enough to be honest.
I heard you guys talking about a lot about obviously Dark Zero, but
Any thoughts on the exit roster? What went wrong there?
I
Anyway,
feel
I
like
agree.
I just feel like when they get down really early, they might mentally like have a tough time recovering. I think that team is an emotional team, and I mean they have really good POIs. Like Cascades is one of the best POIs you can get. The rotates you get are phenomenal there, and Storm Point is a great map for them, and they struggled deeply. So I don't know if that was a huge factor because we started on World's Edge. I think it absolutely.
You think it's a big factor?
Was a huge factor.
You don't. You do it. Yeah, they're big Storm Points.
A lot of teams
Good
need like
momentum.
yeah, but they also need coaches that. I'm not saying.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, hold on.
I think it's
no,
hot.
no. Wxltzy is an Wxltzy is an amazing coach, but like for instance, my coach, we brought him on in the first place because he was like therapist / like hype man to bounce us back when vibes are bad.
Yeah.
And I think that is a big thing that like maybe
X could benefit from.
they could benefit.
They're an emotional team. Nocturne's always been an emotional leader. Yeah.
Dude, we had an example with us today. After game 2, we had back-to-back climatizer zones in loser bracket finals, and Phony, we had like inside the building in climatizer where it was basically ending, and I was commenting to Phony that there was a team playing outside on our balcony where those double pills are, and he just like it was 10 seconds later, and I think it just kind of went past, and he swung out to look for vision, just gets clipped. And then a team flies inside, we get 6 with 0 kills, and it was like, that was our zone.
good game.
Like, we
Yeah,
knew
zone.
that was ending right next to us. And then, I think it was either that game or the game after that, like, we choked again, and Phony's just head down on the table. And I'm like, bro, we're 2-3 games in, pick your fucking
This
head
can't
up.
happen.
And
Yeah.
he's just still head down on the table, and I was like, Phony, pick your fucking head up. Like, I was like, I'm not dealing
I'm a
with
big
this right
believer in
now.
that.
We
When
still
you're,
have
on,
6
when you're on
games
LAN,
left.
when you're on LAN, yeah, get emotional, yell at your teammates, argue, bicker, fight. When you're on LAN, there's no room for that in my eyes. It's all positivity. It's all vibes.
No. Even online, bro. You don't get to play LAN if you do it online because then you grief your online.
I think there's something to be said about online arguing with your teammates and working through shit because it helps you improve. Like, it's okay to go to bat.
You got to do that the whole time. That's the
on
journey.
LAN as well?
Yeah, you got to do it the whole
I think-
time, bro. You got to build. You got to build.
Anyways, yeah, it's interesting.
You
We
just don't
got,
want to see your IGL shut down.
they don't want to
This
see your
is
IGL
what
shut
you
down. They
don't
never
wanna
want to see that. That's a fact.
Head down on table.
That's a period statement.
There's a
We got-
difference between pause. Yeah, there's a difference between like building in a positive direction and then like degrading your teammates and like freaking out and losing your cool. Like,
Yeah.
there's a huge difference, and I don't know. That was just frustrating because I thought
Why
you
you
were
laughing?
painting that a different
No way
picture.
you look at me.
Why you laughing? He looked right at Hal. Bro. He was gonna care.
The second I said that, he looked at Hal like this guy is the biggest dick ever. Bro.
Let's be honest, everyone in chat was thinking the same thing.
This guy is a toxic one.
He's been a good addition to the show.
I said degrading your teammate, and he
And he
goes,
just looks at me. And
You're not that toxic, are you?
"Oh my
he likes to
god."
fuck around.
Yeah,
Like I
He's
said,
a control.
he's a zero fan.
He's a zero.
I enjoy talking shit. It's not serious.
That's different. It's the Aussie way. All right, we got a good graphic for y'all. Last thing we want to talk about, then we're going to jump into predictions for the champ final. It's our drop spots graphic. I don't know if this is Sven's graphic, but nonetheless, whoever put this together, thank you. Holy cow. So we got a KCP and Dreamfire potential
Dreamfire is rolling them.
conflict at Lava.
Yeah, the boys.
Dreamfire's rolling them? Yeah.
I told you. I actually
Yeah.
told Timmy that, but I said Dreamfire's gonna go mill for sure.
And who are these two teams? Blackhand?
Blackhand,
MDY White.
And MDY White.
And KCP is contesting where? At Harvester versus who? I'm trying to see
Is that a send? Because I know.
No, that's realized, guys. That's
Yeah,
realized.
yeah.
So
I don't
Wait,
know.
KCP's double contesting.
That's exactly what they're doing, believe it or not.
Realize tend to do that though.
KCP's not dropping Lava Fissure, huh?
Well,
they want
Oxygen.
They want Harvester. And they
Oxygen would smoke him.
Yeah, Oxygen would smoke.
That's the BR Demons. Yeah.
Wow.
No, don't tell those motherfuckers at Lava Fissure.
Yeah, the Arena Demons.
Well, they got smoked at Barometer. Who?
Did
By
they?
Realize,
Realize, yeah.
Bad. Dude, it was bad.
They're bad.
Because
Realize?
everyone talks
No,
about
they got
Oxygen being
kicked
one of the
back.
best contest teams, and it was like 3-0. Like,
Wow,
in
that
one of
is
the games
shocking.
they split, but it was because that's when Oxygen turned up in the second half of the series.
And they have a ton of Barometer.
They weren't
a ton
even
of
getting
Barometer
trades.
contest experience.
Actually,
There was no trades,
Wow.
bro. They were getting mocked.
Realize have made us leave a POI faster than any other team. Actually.
Seriously.
Yeah, we tried counting them at Countdown and it was not close.
For this tournament?
yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. Apparently,
No,
those are those
they
guys.
can actually con. Yeah, no, I'll give them credit.
They're
Those
very
guys.
mechanical. The entire APAC North region, very mechanically.
Is
skilled.
Realize all mouse and keyboard as well?
Yep.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the Korean, right?
These guys.
Yeah, Korean, I don't think Koreans play.
They don't play controller, yeah. It's Japanese. That is fascinating. I did not realize we are going to have that many contests. That will be very interesting. And then who is that? It's IBG next to LG?
Yeah, Iron Blood Gaming.
Yep. IBG and LG. That should be
I don't think LG actually.
I don't think they're gonna fight
Yeah,
for it.
they're
Though.
gonna
They're
fight
just
for
gonna
it.
take onside call
Yeah.
it a day.
Yeah.
What they want launch Endo.
Yeah, usually they take them if it's free, but I don't think they fight for it.
They're going to have no loot. They're going to have basically no loot then if they're
Do
splitting.
you think someone who do you think leaves to Sky East? I'm thinking it's Pioneers.
Who
I
is
feel like
Sky East. What are you talking
Sky
about?
is open. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Sky East is open.
Oh, leaves to Sky East.
Sky is trash.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Out of who?
Well, I mean, there's
Like
Alliance,
KCP.
MDYY, and then KCP Realize.
And
But like,
Jurassic is open too. So this is gonna shake up a bit tomorrow. It has to, right?
well,
There's no way that all these teams contest in the grand final.
DF will probably chow nil because they land in our region and they
That's
play
our
with confidence. They actually con DZ at nil for like a month straight in scrim, so they'll probably chow that.
Do you think they will challenge?
Yeah.
Wow,
they're also on fire.
Yeah.
For sure they've been playing well. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. All right, well, very interesting. It's time for predictions, which I'm very excited for. It's gonna be an interesting one. You can't pick your own team.
dickhead.
I mean, everyone's gonna pick their own team. You can't pick your own team. If your team does not win, I guess you could say who gets second place is the fair way. Who gets second place in this competition? Who do you think is gonna be? Eric, starting with you.
Blackhand.
Blackhand.
I mean, they've been the most consistent team the whole weekend, like by far. So I mean, I'll just keep rolling with the momentum.
So, phase first, Blackhand second. No TSM
Yeah,
in top two.
absolutely, no chance. No. It's time for TSM to take a seat to another team.
Yeah.
All right, Al, who you got? Who gets second place?
Trying to think of like who's even in the lobby.
Bro, who's in the lobby? Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, because the first thing in my head is Dark Zero.
They're in his head, bro.
Well, think who's hot
It's
right
deep, It
now.
goes deep.
Like Dreamfire's been showing up.
Is there like a list?
NRG,
There you go, list,
there
there
you
you
go.
Yeah, Blackhand.
LG, Blackhand, Dreamfire, Optic.
You said
Optic is
Optic, I think earlier, or maybe he did. I forgot.
I did,
one. Moist
Oxygen.
phase.
Oxygen?
Oxygen, yeah.
Yeah.
Oxygen.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They're just underrated, and I feel like they're kind of like, they're gaining confidence and they're finding their groove. And I don't know. I put my money on them, or like I said, they were underrated the last land, and they got what, third?
They showed up. Yeah.
I think they're gonna do it again.
They know how to win games.
Yeah.
You're gonna match point. Walt's gonna come with you, and then I'm gonna wrap up with Zach. Who gets second place, Walty?
Probably this guy. Or
TSM
or Optic.
or Optic?
Yeah. Every time we think he's shit, he like it's finals and he shows up. So it's like, because you guys have had lanes where I'm like, holy shit, they look terrible.
There, yeah.
and then,
And
they
then
show
it's
up.
like, oh, finals comes around, oh, they're a top 17.
Like this land they haven't looked like last
No.
land they looked unstoppable.
Yeah.
And then this land
Yeah, he'll probably.
they're bleeding.
Yeah.
They can bleed, believe it or not.
Zach, who you got?
They're
Who's
mortal,
winning the
yeah.
tournament?
He made a really good point. Normally, whenever Hal looks like a wounded animal, he fucking shows up and they take it off. They just win. So
Yeah.
a betting man would say TSM. I'm going to say Optic. I think if there is a tournament, they're going to win sometime soon. It's going to be this one. I think they're showing up big. They're hot, and that's my guess.
Fair game, fair statement. Next thing I'm gonna ask you guys top 5 predictions. So think about it. I want to hear you guys' top 5. Who's gonna show up? Who's gonna perform? If we get the list up again, because obviously we got to run a little deep here. I'll start. I'm off the cuff here. I haven't thought about this, but I'll give you guys time to think about your answers because your opinion's more important than mine. I'm gonna go first place. I'm gonna stick with my dark horse prediction that I predicted on Friday night on this show, Moist Esports.
Ooh. You've given me the cost to curse.
The opposite.
you actually
I'm not a caster anymore,
fucked
bro. I'm
That's
allowed
a
to do that.
huge prediction. They land Overlook.
It's a big
buddy.
prediction.
They land Overlook.
They land Overlook. Yeah.
Damn, he's already talking
They
shit.
land
Tier
Overlook.
Moist
He won.
sneaks
He's doing
in.
tricks.
Let's not tell you something.
Moist sneaks into match point.
Let's not
Like
tell you
the
something. They
fourth.
don't have command center without us. I'm just saying. You don't have command center without us.
So do you get part of the earnings?
No, not like that.
No.
Moist sneaks in. Here's my prediction.
Okay.
Moist sneaks into match point. Like there's like the 4th or 5th team, and then wins match point.
He just
Yeah.
said, you're going to play really mediocre. That's
not mediocre, bro.
That's
That's not
dead ass
mediocre.
what he just said. You're going to be like the 5th
That's
team,
not
man,
mediocre.
and then you'll win.
That's not mediocre. 2nd place, NRG. 3rd place, TSM. 4th place, Optic. 5th place will be Alliance. Actually, not a bad prediction. 5th place will be
Just pick another NA team, bro.
no.
Yeah, right. We're 4 for 4 right now.
Yeah, like
Wait, am I no, I said Moist first.
Okay.
I said Moist first. Thank you very much.
They're basically NA.
5th place,
Blackhand
Blackhand.
for sure.
5th place, Blackhand.
Any lower than that, you're faded.
5th place, Blackhand. That's my top 5. Eric, you got yours?
I'm not even on my own poll in the chat of being a team in contention.
You're fucked.
I was like, it's my.
Well, it is your channel, and you're not supposed to pick yourself.
Yeah, you can't
No,
pick
that's
yourself.
the perfect time because then the results will be more in my favor. Because if it's not my channel, then I'm getting 0%.
I agree with your dark horse team. Okay, who's your top 5?
You're a dark horse team.
My top 5.
I agree with Chad.
Top 5 in no order: Blackhand, TSM, Optic. I can't do myself, right?
No.
No. Oh, no, wait. You
No,
can.
you no.
In this, you can.
You just told him that they can.
That was in the top 1 prediction. In the top 5 prediction, You can.
Okay.
Actually, no, you can't. I lied. I take it back. Executive order, you cannot. So you said Blackhand, TSM, Optic?
Actually, I'm not going to put Optic in there. I'm
No
going to do
Optic?
Blackhand, TSM, Oxygen.
That's a good one.
What's the next page? It was
NRG,
NRG, Alliance, KCP, oh no, Sense here. Ironblood Gaming, MDY White, Element 6. E6 could surprise.
I'll do Energy and Moist. We'll go with that.
NRG, Moist top, Morse in 5th. Okay.
That's not bad.
That's a good prediction. Zach,
Top
I like it.
top 5.
top 5.
You like that one? You like being 5th place?
I mean, I like being top 5.
That's fair, yeah.
Oh god, this is hard. I can't do it in order. I'm just not
No,
smart.
you do it in
enough.
order. You are
It's,
smart
it's too hard. Okay, fuck it. TSM first, Optic second. Oh shit. I'm gonna do Moist third or fourth, and then the opposite of that slot, whoever doesn't get it, it will be NRG.
Okay.
And then fifth, fuck. Blackhand.
Blackhand.
Yeah.
Yep.
No one's got APEC North yet. Realize could turn up, maybe.
No.
Hal?
I don't think.
Top 5, not including your
I
team.
don't think.
Okay,
North
so
is fine.
first. Can you see the first page again?
First page, back to first page. Por favor. You're so good. Appreciate you being there.
First place.
In the ALGS Championship.
DF. I just have a feeling.
DF. You think they're gonna show
They
up?
have
That's a
been
good
doing- they've been
prediction.
doing well.
That's a good prediction.
Like DF,
They're
like
flying
the
under
first day when they had Mill and Countdown, they had 78 points, and I think if they're able to beat KCP, they're just gonna roll like with that and just start shitting on people.
It's interesting though, is historically fighting teams never do good in grand final.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so playstyle dependent.
That is true.
Arguably.
You
But
staying with DF?
yeah, I'll
Okay.
stick with DF as
DF.
first. Second, probably
Furia. no. Furia were a fighting team.
And
They-
that was
they did-
they're the only one playing Seer at the
That
time.
was
so
and
delayed.
Horizon.
They-
That was delayed though. Yeah, it was. I was like Furia. That's a
No,
fair
that's a
statement,
good
though.
point,
That's a
though.
fair statement. That was a completely.
But how many other can you
They're
think
the
of in
exception
all
rule.
of the lanes?
Yeah, but they comp diffed real hard. So
They
it was
comp
like-
diff. That's it. That's why. I think.
I think
you
that
discard.
might be
That's the exception to the
an
rule.
outlier.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, DF, and then you said who's second?
second. I'll put Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Third, I'll put NRG. Fourth, Optic.
To give the energy to show up. Optic and
And
4.
fifth, these guys.
Moist.
Yeah.
2 top 5s.
Damn.
You should be happy.
Wait, did you put top 5? Yeah, he
Yeah, I
put
think
top
so.
5.
I did.
Yeah.
He did
4
3.
top 5s. Wait, did you put him top 5?
Oh.
4 for 4 top 5s.
Damn, we might be good at the game.
Cash the Curse has been killed now. It's official.
Yeah, like if you guys don't get top 5, it's honestly our fault. It's not you. It was us, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fuck all you guys.
Fuck all you.
He said Furia randomly. I thought he was
Furia.
flaming him, bro. I thought he was flaming him so
All right,
hard.
Wxltzy, who you got top 5?
Shit. They've won 2 out of 5. 2 out of 4.
Of what?
Lance.
ALGS era.
ALGS era.
Yeah,
2 out
I
of
guess.
4.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. It sounds like that's his job to
So,
remember
yeah,
that shit. Yeah.
so-
We've won only one LGS.
Wait, no, you won 2, haven't you?
No.
What the fuck? Am
Oh,
I
yeah, you're
tripping?
right.
won Poland.
You won Sweden?
Poland's not
No, they
LGS.
won Sweden.
Oh no,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
one,
that was
yeah,
an
yeah,
invitation,
yeah, no,
right?
it's 1 to 2, right?
Okay.
That's
1 to
yeah.
3. It's 1 to 3.
That was an invitation.
It's 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but in
But still, they've won 3 lands.
win match
3
play.
lands total.
so TSM.
TSM.
Yeah, I'm the same as him. Optic. I think Optic are like they're just gonna. I think they're gonna play well every day. I think I'm worried Blackhand have the first place in winners curse. I think that's a
Yeah,
curse.
that's a curse.
That's
Well,
that-
time out. Energy got second place and split 1 playoffs with first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's second place. That's not winning. That's not first.
No, but it's still top.
Yeah, I think. I won't put them.
No Blackhand, okay.
No, I won't put
So
them.
TSM, Optic second. Who'd you say third?
Oxygen. I
Oxygen?
think Oxygen, if they have good zones, they usually capitalize. But if the zones are too far, I'm not too sure. But I'd say Oxygen third. NRG, if they keep rolling off of this momentum, 4.
5.
Damn, who's 5?
Who's 5?
Like I want to say Blackhand so bad, but I feel like I'll go Blackhand.
You're going to put top
yeah, I'll
5.
go.
That's the
I'll go-
right.
A lot of respect
That's
to
the
Blackhand.
right guess.
I'll go Blackhand.
So I think everyone predicted no EMEA in the top 5, no Ascend, E6, or Alliance in the top 5.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, if Alliance had Thermal, I'd probably say Alliance. But they're Monument Frag.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Yeah.
They don't.
I would put
play
Alliance
that
in my top
playstyle.
3 for sure. I actually would predict Alliance to win if they had their playstyle.
To win.
I would. If
They
they,
don't.
as a hold on. The only reason is I'm just trying.
I
to,
hope the mic picked up what Hal just said. That was fucking funny.
I didn't hear what you said either.
As
He
a
said,
bold
I
statement
pick
prediction.
Alliance to win, and Hal goes, what?
I did. I said,
Oh
I, said
my
I
God.
would as a bold prediction. That's what I'm saying. As a bold prediction. Obviously, I could pick TSM because it's the obvious answer, or NRG or others. But I will bold prediction. Moist wins it, or Alliance would have otherwise. Anyways, interesting stuff. There's a top 5. EMEA does not show up according to these folks. APAC North does not show up. No one's an APAC North team.
I said-
Dreamfire.
Well, Dreamfire's Apex
Back
South.
South.
Oh,
how many
fuck,
times do we
yeah,
have to redo this?
Not one.
Not one APAC North team.
Chill.
Everyone
Yeah,
gets that.
not one.
You used to get that wrong when you were casting too.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone used to get it wrong. I don't know. It's like something that's.
Well,
like,
it's kind of confusing because you think APAC North, you think of APAC South, you think of Oceania, you think of New Zealand, Australia, and maybe but you think of APAC North, you think of, I don't know, China. I don't know. That's why it's confusing. I don't know why I'm going on a tangent here. It's been a long day. All right, interesting stuff. Very last thing we do, we wrap up every show this way. We give everyone kind of a floor for a chance to basically talk about whatever they want to talk about in regards to state of Apex. How are things going right now in the game, the community, the esport, the event? You can talk about anything you want. The floor is yours. Eric, you want to kick us off?
Dude, I'm shot right now.
He's too on for this. You've done this every night too. We can skip you and me if you want.
Come back to me.
Come back to
Come
Eric.
back to me.
Zach, what you got?
Well, I'll try to be quick. I feel really, really, really bad for Dark Zero. I mean, they're world-class players. They're one of the best teams we have in NA, and seeing them go out like that, I'm sure those boys are beating themselves up, and I hope somehow, some way they can find a way to hold their heads high, man. Those are great players, and they didn't make it this time, but I'm sure they'll be back. Exactly the same goes for Xet. I just feel really bad for some of these NA teams. I mean, 100 Thieves, not sure if I can put them in the same spot, but I mean, 40th place, I definitely feel bad for them as well. That's kind of all I got. I'm really happy for some teams. I'm super happy to see Oxygen, staying up top. I'm really happy to see Optic perform how they have. The TSM plot armor stays intact some fucking how once again.
The state of Apex, bro. Tournament.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
tournament's
I
fine.
mean,
The tournament's fine too.
That's what
State
Apex
of Apex
is right
sports.
now.
The tournament, yeah, the tournament's
Bro, ranked is just cheating. So I mean,
guys.
this is what we got. This is
That's
Apex
okay.
right now.
That's fair. I'm okay. The tournament's fine as well. It could be Apex Esports. It could be the game. It could be anything. Hell,
I don't know. I don't really have much to say other than like,
you enjoying yourself this weekend?
yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't know. I'm like focused on the tournament. I don't really have like state of Apex is kind of we've beaten the dead horse of state
Yeah,
of Apex. Like
yeah.
I got a question. Have you guys ever been to a LAN? I've been to like 70 plus LANs where you only get 30 minutes of warm up time.
No.
Never before.
Well, listen, I'm 24 and not 30. So
Even still, like I mean,
Oh my.
we'll start at 4 o'clock. Dude, 30
I'm talking about, like, I don't have
32.
as much- I've
He
only
took
played
2 years
Apex.
off my age. That's a compliment. If
I've
anything.
only played Apex. So like it's like
No, but any of the LANs that
Don't
you've been
know
to, like
anybody.
even the ones that I weren't attending this past year, like was it this strict in the past? Because I've had events where I play at 8 a.m. and I am able to get to the event and warm up at 6.
That's how it should be.
I mean,
that's
that's
what-
Is there no
never seen
practice
this
lounge?
before.
There's no player lounge you can play and warm up?
No, they have stations for every single team, but if the tournament starts at 4, we can't sit down and warm up until 3:30.
That makes
I remember
sense.
us being able to go to our setup
how much warm up
earlier.
do you need? Like what are you asking for?
But even still, like, what
You
if
should be able to go
want-
2 hours
what if you
early
want
and
to
shoot
do
around.
test
I
practice?
feel
Back-
like that's like too
practice.
much. Like
Back
you
in my
don't
day-
need 2 hours.
Why do
of
we
warm-up.
even have the stations if they're not available to us?
Because they have to pay people to be there. Like you can't just like let people
People
show
are
up
there.
and like
People
they're
will be
gonna-
there at 10 a.m. I
They
don't
also
know.
paid outrageous money, I'm sure, to have all those stations and all those PCs and those setups that are going unused.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, but
No,
people,
we
like,
definitely
have
used
be
to
there
get more than 30
monitor-
minutes. We 100% used to get more than 30 minutes warm up time. I don't know when that became a thing, but that
For a
that-
championship
it definitely
final,
was
to me,
not
I
always
agree.
30
That
minutes
is-
flat.
I don't
It's really not.
For a
I have
championship
no
final,
problem
that
with the warm-up
is a
thing.
little. Not even a little. That is a bit absurd. I think it should be at least 2 hours in advance to be able to get there, warm up.
Because we used to play control customs for a long ass time, much more than 30 minutes before when I made lands. So that was probably like 8 years ago. But yeah, back in the day.
Controls
I
even
feel like
around
that's
that.
just like overkill, I guess. But
Interesting.
I don't-
Interesting
I
take.
don't
Hell, anything else? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? Multi, what you got, brother? Any love for Apex South? You can give you like your
Yeah, I don't
theme.
know. I think I don't know. The weekend's kind of going a bit weird. So I'm like a bit. I'm upset because like DZ, I wanted to.
You should. He was actually in shambles when DZ lost. I could tell.
Because they're
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay.
three of the best individual players in the world, especially like it's like you never want to see those guys. I think finals without DZ is just going to be wacky because like they're just such a strong team. So it's like weekend's gone a bit weird. Yeah, 100 Thieves definitely surprised me. That was like I felt like all these teams that like you'd expect to make finals and didn't make finals. I just feel terrible for because it's just like you want to see the strongest lobby, and I don't know if we got that this time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
That's a take.
I agree.
That's a take.
I don't think we got the strongest lobby this time, and I think that's like one thing that's got me like, like whoever wins this lane, like it's like obviously like you're winning champs, but it's just like
It's like the bubble. You know what that is?
yeah.
The bubble.
Yeah, it's like did you
What's the
beat
bubble?
the
The
hardest?
bubble of like NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, the bubble win?
Yeah.
Fuck the Lakers.
Yeah. Whoa.
I'm out. You like the Lakers?
I do like the Lakers.
You don't
We
got
got
anything
this
to say
argument.
about Apex South being underrated at all or anything? Like,
Well,
anything?
it doesn't matter how much I say it. Like no one ever listens, so it's like.
well, here's your fucking moment. Say it one more time for nobody.
I
then.
mean, it's obvious. Like 5 out of 7, 2 lanes ago, it was like 4 out of 5 or something like that. We do it every lane. If you still include DZ as a Apex South team, which you should.
Amen.
What you don't
I
think
don't
so?
know
If you
about
did
that.
They're
that,
Aussies, bro.
last year in NA.
Didn't
So you're
didn't
gonna-
Zero say in an interview that when they moved to NA they felt like they got a lot better? Didn't he? I swear I remember hearing him
He
say that
said-
somewhere.
He would definitely say that.
And, like,
he didn't.
I don't disagree.
If he's willing to say that,
But
then
they're
you
Australian.
can't no longer count him as an Apex South player now.
They're not an Apex South team. They're an
It's
NA
been over a
team
year,
now,
so,
over
like,
a
I
year.
feel
But
like
I get what he's
anymore.
saying. They represent the
He's
region.
not on your side anymore.
They
He's
represent
on
the
our
region, the
side.
talent from that
He's
region.
on American.
If you
Yeah,
were to count
okay,
DZ
now.
as like Apex
Just like you're a
South,
Texan
then I
now.
think the
Yeah.
regions are almost like pretty equal.
No, I get it.
NA and Apex South?
You guys need all
If
you
you count
can
if you count
If you
DZ.
count
Right
DZ,
now,
we-
yeah.
I agree with that.
You guys need all you can get. It's okay. You can keep
Well
it.
said. That's interesting. I will say, though, on the flip side of that, the best 20 teams this weekend showed up and turned up and performed and qualified. And but I do agree with you. I was cheering on DZ because it seems really weird to not have a final with the storyline of the two teams that have ever only won a LAN championship not getting to compete head to head in that final. It does feel weird. And again, agree with you, Zach. Ditto your comments. Heart goes out to all the folks that I think were heavy favorites coming in, and it's a terrible feeling when your expectation is a top 3 finish and you don't even make it to the grand final and you're going to have to watch it. I can't imagine what they're going through, so love to them. But all that to say, it's been a fun weekend. Look, at the end of the day, Apex Esports always shows up, and it's like so good it seems written. It's entertainment. It's so much fun. It's unlike any other esport, and I think tomorrow we're going to see an amazing championship final. So I hope everyone enjoys it. I hope you all put on a show, which I know you guys will. Thank you for always doing that. Thank you guys for being as humble. And I think my last shot on kudos. Thank you for being as humble and cool as you guys are, being willing to do shit, not having egos or being posh or nose in the air as relates to giving back to the community, the amount of time you guys take to take pictures of people in the crowds and everything that y'all do to give back with content like this that people love. So everyone please in the chat, give some love to Wxltzy, to Hal, to Zach, to Snip3down for coming on the show and giving y'all some content for the last few hours. We've all had long days. We appreciate y'all. Let's put on an absolute show tomorrow. Let's have some fun tomorrow. Let's spread the word tomorrow. Let's make tomorrow a national, international holiday for Apex Legends because it should be. It's the ALGS Championships. It's a spectacle moment. Let's bring the hype. Let's have some fun. I will be probably losing my voice by the end of the day trying to get the crowd rallied up. And thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate you. Whether or not we do a show tomorrow is TBD because everyone's going to want to party and have some fun. But maybe myself and Zach might be down for a quick one. Snipe, maybe? What's up?
All the people going to Greece made finals.
Yes, I was thinking about that earlier.
That is, yeah.
Yes.
I said that to Yuki earlier. I was like, bro, at least we're all gonna be like at least
Yeah.
vibing, and not one person's gonna be like
Yeah.
mega pissed in the corner.
Yes, sir.
So,
For those that don't know, we have an after party. We've been planning this, me, AC, and Hal, for like a year now. An after party. We said if there's a European land, we're doing a Greece after party. It happened. There's an after party, and we were hoping that everyone would make the finals so no one would be in shambles, and they did. That's a great point. Cheers to that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been another special edition of Apex After Hours live from Champs. We hope you enjoyed it. Please give us feedback. Let us know if there's anything that we can do better. We always appreciate that in the YouTube comments or Spotify. Or if you have love for the show, please, any thumbs up, any promotion, anything you guys could do would be appreciated. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the action and the commentary. We'll talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, but enjoy the LGS Championship. It's going to be a great moment. Have a good night, everybody.
Do your signature, bro.
Yeah,
It's your
thumbs up,
moment.
thumbs up.
It's your moment.